Hi everyone, welcome back. Have you read today's article? It's about a student in South Korea who studied hard to get into a good university, only to have their admission cancelled as a so-called prank. Let's take a closer look at what happened. Before we dive deeper, let's do a quick dictation exercise. I'll read a short summary of the article. Listen carefully and try to fill in the blanks. A student in South Korea wanted to retake the college entrance exam, so they studied at a one-year boarding school to prepare. The student retook the exam and got into a good university. Then their tuition fees were suddenly refunded. A classmate had stolen the student's password and cancelled their enrollment as a prank. Let's check the answers together. The first blank is retake. This means to take an exam again after failing or wanting a better score. In this case, the student studied for another year to improve their chances of getting into a good university. The second blank is boarding. A boarding school is where students both live and study. The student in this story chose a boarding school to fully focus on preparing for the entrance exam. The third blank is prank. A prank is usually a harmless joke, but in this case, it had serious consequences. The student's enrollment was cancelled, showing that some pranks can have real-life impacts. Now, let's test our understanding of the article with a few quiz questions. If you need time to think, feel free to pause before answering. Let's get started! Let's start with 2 multiple-choice questions to test your understanding of the article. First question. Why was the student's university application cancelled? A. The student forgot to pay tuition. B. The student decided not to attend. C. A classmate cancelled it as a prank. D. The university made a mistake. The correct answer is C. A classmate stole the student's personal information and cancelled their enrollment as a joke. Next question. How did the student find out about the prank? A. The classmate admitted it immediately. B. The student received a tuition refund message. C. The university called to confirm the cancellation. D. The student couldn't log into the admissions site. The correct answer is B. The student received a text message about their tuition being refunded and realized something was wrong. Now let's move on to 2 true or false questions. First, the student and the prankster were close friends. The answer is false. They had never spoken before, but they sat next to each other in class. Next, the university allowed the student to re-enroll after the incident. The answer is true. Sungsil University reviewed the case and reinstated the student. Great job today, everyone. This article teaches us an important lesson. Online security is serious, and pranks can have real consequences. Always protect your personal information and think before you act. See you in the next lesson.